Siemens on. Right, what should I do? I'm going to do 40°, less ironing, water rinse plus, put that to 1200. Let's go. So there's just bedclothes in there, and there is what's in here, bedclothes that need unballing. Put that back on. I can't quite remember what less ironing does on this one, so I'm going to try it anyway. Will it turn? Yeah. So they're nearly dry. I just thought we've nearly had the Siemens. How long have we had this? Good few months now. It's still going. Still a good machine. Touch wood. I like this better than I like my other Nan's Bosch Series 6. For some reason this one just works a lot better most of the time. So yeah, I do quite like this one. And it's a 1600 RPM model. And the dryer, I think the dryer's a few years old now. It's still going, it's still working fine. I mean, she does use the dryer a bit, especially when it's winter or raining or cold. The only thing I don't like about this dryer is it doesn't do, it only goes the one way. It doesn't go the other way to untangle the washing. So yeah, just doing a bit of rainy day washing here. Bed sheets in the Siemens, and the rest of the bed sheets that have already been washed. We've got them drying now. Laundry in full swing. Right, so I've just looked at the chats, and hello to everyone who's tuned in. I found my hot point WML540 on my neighbourhood, my road. You can see people opposite who are getting rid of it. Just trying to adjust it so you can see the washer and the dryer. I quite like these both of these machines. The Siemens is better than the Bosch that my other nana's got, I think. Just seems to work better, touch wood. And I think both of these have got 5-year guarantees. The Siemens definitely has, which I really liked. One of the reasons why we chose this machine was the 5-year guarantee, parts and labour. The WML540, I quite like it actually. I'm just trying to adjust the camera angle, I do apologise. Yeah, the WML540, I really like it. It's a good washer. I'm going to do a review on it at some point. But yeah, it's a really good washer. Considering it's a budget machine, or would have been classed as a budget machine, it's a good washer. And it washes well as well. It washes, rinses and spins very well. If I didn't have the W487, the Miele W487, I would keep that in the garage, definitely. But eventually I will be putting the W487 back into the garage and using that as a daily driver again. I'm hoping everyone can hear me over the sound of the washer and the dryer. Now Siemens has just done a top up. Just trying to adjust the camera so you can actually see both of the machines at once. That's okay, I think. Yeah, the hot point, the WML540, it has got quite slow tumbling, and there's a few gaps, quite long gaps between. But yeah, it's one of them. It's still a good machine. That's just a hot point, an instant thing I think to just go to have slow tumbles. Minutes left apparently on the sheets. I have got another load somewhere to go in. The stain removal in the WML 540 is pretty good. Just depends on what I've got the cycle on, what temperature, and what detergent really. But yeah, it's pretty good. Although the Miele's are far superior, and I can have the soak on the Miele's as well. I usually use Ariel for detergents, sometimes Persil, but it's mainly Ariel and Persil. Whereas Nan here tends to use Persil at the Fairy, as you can see, and Shore Care, I think it's called. Yeah, definitely all about the detergent and cycle for stain removal, definitely. I find if I've got anything that's really sort of soiled, like stained, like blood or something, I normally put it on for a quick wash first, like a 40 or a 30 with Ariel, and sometimes pre-treat, and that sort of loosens the stain, if that makes sense, and then I will do a long 60 or 70 degree wash. 4ml bio powder, I think I tried it a while back, I can't really remember. I can't really remember what it was like. I've tried Aldi's, the Almat bio powder, and that, I think that's okay, it just foams up a lot though, so I don't use it too much because of how much it foams up. I will try some again of the 4ml stuff from Lidl next time I'm in there. No, I've heard of Wash Boss, but I haven't. I think I've watched a few of his videos and live streams, but no, I haven't seen any videos for a while. I still have the Indesit IW. Yeah, I still have that. The IWC 6165. It's just down in the summer house at the minute. Tell you what I'm going to try and do. I can turn that a little bit. Hopefully I'll be able to see the time now. Yeah, the hot point and Indesit, I have noticed the similarities. Yeah, I just feel like the hot point for some reason has an edge. It just seems to be a bit more, I don't know how to explain it. I think it's because it's in better condition than the Indesit. But yeah, I don't know, just for some reason, yeah. I think it's because I've always liked that design of hot point. I mean, when I used to have a look in school at the the Argus catalogues, that was always sort of one of my machines that, you know, if I could have had a new machine, I would have had probably the graphite one of them. So I've got a bit of a sweet soft spot for them. Yeah, it hasn't exploded as yet, the Indesit, but come the spring and summer when I'm back down in the summer house, I will be using it again and it might explode, so we shall see. I did inquire about getting a replacement drum off Indesit, and they said I was eligible for it, but I thought I can't be bothered. It's staying at some house, so yeah. The only reason I let the Indesit go to 1600 is because it's staying in the shed. It can do what it likes down there, really. If it was up in the house, well, I probably wouldn't have it in the house due to it exploding. But if it's in the shed, so it can do whatever it likes, really. My Nan's Bosch is working fine so far. It's a bit temperamental with balancing, more so than usual, I think, but it's working fine so far. So we shall see how that turns out. Still a bit noisy, but I don't know, hey ho, it works for now anyway. Indesit have had quite a few recalls, really, haven't they? Well, Indesit, Hotpoint and Whirlpool. They had the exploding drums, the door locks, and then was there something with the tumble dryers as well. I mean, my nan and granddad's, before they had the Bosch, they had a Tricity Bendix dryer, and that must have had that, I think, 2007, and you know, it was a basic condenser dryer which worked fine, but in the later years the motor capacitor started to fail, so it wouldn't start, or it was very sluggish to start. So they had a Hotpoint dryer, just a normal condenser dryer, off me, and I put a new belt in it, and that just kept chewing through belts. I mean, it must have went through about 3 belts in a year, so I think there was something going on with the belts as well. And then when that finally went, that Hotpoint, they had this Bosch dryer here. I'm glad the WML 540 is safe, because, like I say, that's in the garage in the house at the minute, so I don't want anything going on in there. The rain started, if anyone can hear that. I'm in a conservatory, so it's very loud when the rain does start. My favourite machine would probably be, I like the Miele's that I've got. They are really good machines. I quite like the Siemens here, although it does have some annoying, just have some annoying things that I wish that Siemens would change. For instance, it's quite fussy with balancing. It'll only balance one way. And sometimes the water usage can be a little bit on the low side. I'm quite sort of old-fashioned, and I like to see extra water, so I know that clothes are having a really good wash. But yeah, I quite like the Siemens machines. I really like the Miele's that I've got. They're brilliant, and I quite like the Hotpoint that I've got. So I think really the Miele's probably would be my favourite machines, because they're just workhorses, and they're good. They're just good machines. I'm glad I've got them. I can just rely on them to work. Right, the Bosch dryer has got 3 minutes left, so let's see if it senses or if it actually sticks to 3 minutes. Just thought, did I put down a little bit of laundry sanitizer in the main wash? I forgot to do that. I'm going to use a little bit. There we go. This stuff is really good for if you've got suds in a machine. This stuff kills the suds, but doesn't stop the soap out either detergent from working. So if I'm doing a video with a load of suds or the machine's about to suds lock, I'll put a bit of that in and it just gets rid of the suds. I have quite a few catalogues. I've got quite a few Argus catalogues, Tesco direct catalogues. There's a few others. And then I've got various brochures on washing machines and vacuums, stuff like that. There's a few brochures I'm on the lookout for that I know some of the collectors have got, like Miele brochures, and I'd love a Zanussi brochure from like the 90s and 2000s. That'd be brilliant, because my nan had a Zanussi jet system previous to the previous machine of this one. So before the Zanussi, this one, she had a Zanussi jet system. And that was a FJS machine, so quite old, and that was a 2000s machine, so I'd quite like that. I'd quite like the brochure of that, because that would just be nostalgic for me to look at. And then we also had, well, my parents had a Zanussi jet system, the extra capacity one, so it's supposedly a 5 kilogram load, but you can do a 6 kilogram load if you need. They were brilliant machines, just workhorses, so I'd like both of them. Any literature relating to them, that'd be brilliant to see. Right, the Bosch is done. Yeah, the old Zanussis, like I say, were brilliant. Well, I thought they were anyway. Just reliable machines. I've seen the new Miele W2s. I think they're dreadful. I think Miele should have just stuck to the classic design that they had. There was nothing wrong with them. They worked. They were tried and tested. They just worked, which is it's a shame, really. Yeah. Like I say. The W1 machines, they look okay, I think. Hang on, let me sort the dryer out, because that'll just keep beeping. Right, they're all dry. They're dried very nice. Let's put these safe, and I will get the towels now. Right, so I've got a load of towels that have also been washed, so let's put these in. Leave it on that. What should I do? Yeah, I'll leave it on that, it's fine. Right, who was I? Yeah, I like the pre-W1 Miele's. They were brilliant machines. The classic style, as I call them, they were they were fine. I don't get why Miele had to change them. The WR machines, I did like the look of one of them. I think it was the WEG 365. I like that one because it got the variable sort of in between temperatures. So like the 70-degree wash, and you've got the jets on it. But the reliability, I've heard too many sort of horror stories, for want of a better word, with Miele's, so I don't think I would have a Miele now. Yeah, pre-2014 Miele's were top tier Miele's. Yes, they were good. And hello to the people that have just tuned in. There's a new CIZ. I like the look of them. I've never had one, would love to have one. Everything is going well, thank you. Yeah, Miele parts are a fuck ton of money, they are. Which is a shame, really. They're good until they go wrong, and then you have to have parts replaced. And the other thing that put me off with them was they no longer do the, I'm sure they used to do, was it a 5, 7 or 10 year warranty? They don't do that now. So I prefer to go for a Siemens or potentially a Bosch or even an AEG machine with a 5-year parts and labour warranty. Yeah, ours new jet system went yellow. It wasn't in direct sunlight. It was in the garage. But yeah, that went yellow. But the one that was before the what should I call it? The FlexiDose machine that was before this was a new jet system, like I say, and that never went yellow. But yeah. Yeah, I'm just thinking, Nan's had the jet system out here. There's a new jet system, which I think died in 2012. I think the motor brushes went, but of course I didn't know anything about washing machines back then. So no, we didn't replace the brushes. It was traded for a new one. And then the new one was the Zanussi not jet system, Zanussi FlexiDose machine. And then it's the Siemens. Hello to everyone who's just tuned in. Good to see you. Hope you're all okay. If I can move the camera up a little bit. Does that? Oh, sorry there if it's just briefly went off. Oh, is that better? Kind of, ish. Not really. I've got the camera on my phone propped up on a dustpan that's stacked on top of a box, on top of another box. So it's a bit precarious and not ideal, but it'll work, it'll do the job. I don't know, machines that sort of go yellow, I just find, I don't know, I don't mind it. I mean, they can still be yellow, but still be absolutely immaculate inside. I don't know really. There's just something about it. I think it's because it's reminded me of my old machine and how that went sort of yellow. So it's sort of nostalgic for me to have a washer go yellow. But each to their own. I have my own weird quirks. The Zanussi Aquacycle that I had with the broken spider, that was really yellow. That was, I mean, that was yellow. It hadn't faded. That was proper yellow, really. That was pretty bad. Some of the vacuums are the same though. I've got in my collection. Some of the white vacuums have gone yellow, and some of the older Dysons have gone off colour. So it's one of them. Yeah, that's what happens with plastic, and occasionally, sometimes metal, the paint goes off as well. Oh yeah, I can understand that. A pure white machine being nostalgic. Yeah, I can understand that. I'm just grateful to have a new washing machine to play with and do videos on. Yeah, the DC07 and DC14 were pretty good. A bit noisy, but they were just workhorses. They just worked. I've still got a few of each models. The DC 07 and 14. Got a few DC04s as well. They were pretty good Dysons. They were. The DC19s. Wonder if yours is the earlier or the older version. They done two versions of the DC19s. They done sort of the earlier version, which used the old style Dyson fittings, and then they bought a new version out, which uses the more up to date fittings. And I always found the newer versions with up to date fittings a bit better, because they had to redesign it, and they redesigned the floor head, and they were just a bit better. A yellow and grey one. Is it definitely a DC19 or is it DC08? Because they look very similar, the DC08 and DC19. I can't quite remember when they come out now. But yeah, I prefer uprights to cylinders for the most part. I've got a few cylinder Dysons and a few upright Dysons as well, and I've got quite a modern upright Dyson. It's the small ball, and that's really good. I like bag machines, so I like Sebo and Miele, especially if I'm going to clean anyone else's house, just for sort of hygiene and whatnot. So the Siemens is about to drain out. Yeah, Miele and Pneumatic, especially the old ones, are pretty good. I like them. They're my favourites, really. I quite like the new Dysons. I've had a lot of Shark vacuums into repair, and they're good, but they do fail quite a lot. But I wouldn't go for a V15 or I like the V8s. They're just simple to work on. I don't know if anyone knows, but there's one on YouTube, Bco1987, and he does sort of videos of vacuums mainly. And if you see the sort of how he strips vacuums down, especially the new ones, the new Dysons, they're a pain in the backside. That's the trouble. Some vacuums, cordless vacuums, are pretty bad, really. I think they're better now. But they're better now. Cordless vacuums. I think manufacturers have started to sort of get on the bandwagon of designing a vacuum that lasts in terms of usage-wise, like power. Come on, Siemens, just spin now. If you do get, I mean, I always try and say to people, bear with. I always try and say to people, if you're going to get a cordless vacuum, don't get rid of your mains powered vacuum, just in case. I think I have seen the IZ that Chris had. Yeah, I think I have. I've definitely seen it as an Usia IZ before, of someone, be it whether it was Dorian's channel or Chris's channel. I don't actually think I've ever had a washing machine that anything but white. They just don't seem that popular around here. I'm trying to think now. I don't think I actually have. Right, first rinse for the Siemens. I might do another live stream around here again at some point, probably on both of them again, and I'll bring the tripod round next time and probably set a light up, or two lights, and have it sort of looking a bit better at the machines. But this was just a bit of an impromptu live stream today. I just thought, oh, I'll just do a live stream and see how far we go, really. On these towels, it's got 2 hours and 55 minutes left. Let's check on the progress of them. How are they doing? Yeah, they're warming up nice. A bit longer. I think that's got a bit of space left. It was a cold conservatory, but it's quite warm now because the dryer's been on for quite a while, so it's warmed up a little bit now. It's nice. It smells really nice in here now. Proper laundry room. I love that smell. Laundry. What else we've got to wash? Yes. Not a lot. That's all right. Hello to my new viewers. That's a thought. If my other Nan's Bosch goes wrong again, I might do a live stream of that going wrong. That'd be awesome to watch. And I'll just put the tripod in the where would it be? It's like the side of the house where the washer is, and go and hide in the lounge, I think. that's balanced itself relatively fast, so that's good. So because I've done more plus, water and rinse plus, this should do 3 rinses. It's already done 1 rinse, I think. So yeah, that should be 2 more. But another rinse and then the softener rinse. Siemens is spinning. Let's see what this does. Actually, I'm going to pause the Bosch. We're near enough there. I just want to see what the Siemens does really. Right, so it's done a burst, now it's tumbling. Pump back on. I think it's a series of bursts that it does with less ironing, and then just sort of tumbles in between to loosen any creases. Come on, you can spin that. Just spin it. You can do that. Oh, you could have done that. Come on, you can spin that as well. I might take this off less ironing just so it spins and stops basically faffing about like this. Come on, you can do that. Or not. Oh, this will take a while. Oh, there we go. Excuse my reflection in the glass. So it sort of works like a Miele minimum iron load, I think, really. Does a spin burst, tumbles, another burst, tumbles, and then it should do a quick ramp up to 1200 and not probably hold it for very long, and then followed by an anti-crease, I think. 5 minutes left. Oh, come on. Just thought the camera isn't on, that's better. The torch even. Wondered why it was dark. Watching laundry, yes, I am. Well, we are, I should say. I'll do videos of washing machines, dryers, stuff like that on my channel. Some people find it satisfying to watch, me included. So it's one of the many things that you can use YouTube for. No, this isn't a new. Well, it's a new machine. We haven't had this long, probably just over 6 months. But yeah, I just thought I'd do a quick live stream that isn't quick at all. Basically laundry. We've got a washer here, dryer here. Actually, I'm going to put the dryer back on. Yeah, people find it satisfying just to watch laundry. That's the joys of YouTube. You know, there's something for everybody, really. Right, come on now, washer, just spin. There we go. So I would say now that this is going to go straight up to 1200. Not sure though. Pause, stop the dryer again. Oh, okay, another burst. Unless that's it, I don't know. Oh, come on now. Come on, you can spin that. There we go. I think this will be the ramp up to 1200 now. Oh, blimey, it's added 6 minutes on. Oh. What are you doing that for? I don't know, wait much longer, really. How dry are these towels? They're damp. Yeah, that has spun. I'm just thinking, should I put it on for 1600? Should I leave these as they have spun now? Should I put them on for a separate 1600 RPM spin? What do you think I should do? I don't know what to do for the best, really. They're quite wet. I mean, they have spun. Right, well, let's finish these off in here. Start. Don't know. I'll leave them. I don't want to wait any longer. I'm tired and cold. Right, let's turn that off. So yeah, that is basically laundry near enough completed. Once simmer dry, these will be going in there, and then that'll be finished. Well, I'm going to end the live stream now, and I will probably do another one soonish. And next one I do will hopefully be with a tripod and lights on both machines. If anyone has any requests for live streams, like with washing machines, stuff like that, please let me know. If there's any particular washer or cycle that you'd like to see, please let me know. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.